putting in work. Putting in work. I thank God for the favor when the money come. Half for the time, tax fees, and sufficient funds. What I gotta do to get ahead, I'm on to something. What I gotta do to get a raise, they all be wanting putting in work.
Welcome to the Modest Sports Show, home of your college athlete, where we are player-led and player-focused. I say home of your college athlete twice, college, because as you can see, we are in a lecture class. We are at the University of Alabama. For mysterious purposes, we are going to not disclose our location, but we are somewhere on campus around the quad area. But we're going to keep a little mystique for this episode. I thought this was a dope concept, a dope idea, because a lot of the time, man, I'm taking y'all to school. You know, I'm taking my audience to school anyway. So, I mean, hey, what better place to be than in an actual college classroom? So the curriculum for today is going to be obviously college football. And I must say that this is our second take. We were upstairs in the same very building, had some, ran into some issues. But, man, everything happens the way God plans it to. And so I thought this would be a dope idea. We came downstairs and, hey, here we are. So I hope you all enjoy this episode. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Corey, you talk too much. I know. Like, comment, and subscribe, man. We trying to get this page up. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get them numbers up. So join us on the journey, bro. The Modest Sports Show. Without further ado, all right, let's get into some of these topics. Bro, what we got?
First question I want to ask to you today, Mr. Modest Corey, man, is James Franklin and the Nittany Lions, do we see them making the college football playoffs this season or no?
Great question. No. That's a clear-cut answer. I don't think they're going to make the college football playoffs this year. I think the Big Ten is too stacked and loaded with actual talent. And this is why. I don't feel like Penn State is not a good football team. So my Penn State fans, please, this is not a knock. This is not a shot at you all. I just don't think you're as good as your contemporaries. In Ohio State, they're loaded this season. You got USC joining the conference, Oregon joining the conference, Washington joining the conference, UCLA joining the conference. It's a lot of other schools. I feel like it kind of, for some teams, I feel like it kind of pushes them up. So Oregon joining the Big Ten, it kind of inflates them because it's like, okay, they had a little more competition, I feel like, personally, in the Pac-12, right? Going against Utah, going against USC, going against UC. Like, these were tougher games. With a Big Ten, with no divisions, okay, like, I feel like Oregon and certain teams like USC, they're going to be a lot more successful rather than when they were in a similar league, right? You playing like a lot of finesse teams that air the ball, air raid offenses, a lot of spread. In the Big Ten, you're going to see a lot of dominant run defense. The defense is, I feel like it should be interesting. It should be interesting because the defense is a hard-nosed, get to the football, make plays. I understand that. It's on the other side of the ball, are they going to be able to keep up? Like the Iowas of the world, right? We know their defense is going to be great. Or I think it's safe to assume that. At the same time, is their offense going to generate enough points to go along with that defensive production? That is why I'm scared of Penn State not being successful, because we know their defense, for the most part in the season, especially late in the year, they were, top 5 in total defense?
Right. I
think 1 or 2 in the nation. Defense is going to be okay. Can the offense – because we know how football works, bro.
Absolutely.
If I'm going out here as a DB or a linebacker and we getting 3 and out, at some point in time now, I'm looking at my offense like, God damn, y'all got to score some points. We getting all this, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so I feel like that's what Penn State's biggest setback is going to be. can Drew Aller actually be one of those top tier quarterbacks in the Big Ten? And are they going to have enough on offense to be able to help the defense out? Now, I stated this in our first take, like I'm about to now, which is Manny Diaz, their offensive coordinator at Penn State. He is now the head coach at Duke, so they lose him, but they gain OC from Kansas, Andy Kotelnicki. I think we've seen how I'm not going to say Kansas has been like this amazing team, but I will say Lance Leipold up there in Lawrence, they've been steadily getting better like each year. Kansas, steadily getting better. They got Jalen Daniels. He's coming off a season-ending injury from last year. He's set to do some big things this year. I think he was actually kind of cutting up before he got injured last season. And even like I think they beat Oklahoma last year. They were 9-3 with like 2 backup quarterbacks, to say the least, in the regular season. So I think they got some guys back who didn't go into the draft last year. So Kansas, but I only say that to say what Andy Kotelnicki was able to do with that group of guys, kind of build that up. Maybe he comes to Penn State and he can help some. I just don't see Penn State having the offense that they need to kind of like make the CFP in the conference that they're in.
Okay. Good feedback. I like that, man. I guess we all know the SEC is a very, very tough conference. Everyone knows that. And going into the 2024 season, there are a couple teams that have a lot of ranked games, a lot of ranked matchups. And leading that list is going to be the Florida Gators with 8 games that are going to be ranked. Some of those games being number 19, Miami. You have number 20, Texas A&M. You have number 15, Tennessee, and that's on the road. You have Georgia coming down to them. So it's the SEC just keeps getting harder and harder for teams, I feel, man. But how do you feel that would affect the team? Like knowing that you're going to have a stretch at some point in time throughout the season where it is just nothing but brutal, hard-nosed fought games. Like, does that help these teams, or does that kind of just beat them up to the point where it's nothing that we can do? Like
I think, bro, to be honest, I really think it's how you go about managing the first couple of games. Like for instance, I think it speaks more to the resiliency of your team, because if you are like, what was the first game you just listed on that stretch? Like, what's the first game?
For Florida, they have number 19, Miami.
Okay, Miami. That's the first game of the season for them, right? Yeah,
yes,
right.
Sir.
So, and kind of similar to LSU, kind of similar to USC, kind of similar to Georgia and Clemson. It's kind of like, dog, this is why you love it, because y'all got to play these games.
Oh, yeah.
And there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser. It's going to speak to the resiliency of your team. Is your team going to be like, they're going to take an L and hang their hat like, dang, bro, we lost, you know what I mean? And then come out and play another game. Second game of the season probably going to be a weaker opponent, right?
Definitely.
But it's going
to be Sanford, yeah.
For Florida? For Florida?
Yes, for Florida.
I only say that to say it's meaningful to how your team bounces back, because if they lose one of those big games coming to game 2 and they not like, all right, bro, we got to tighten this thing up. We got to get it on the track, before it starts snowballing. Then that's when it does start snowballing.
I agree.
So, I mean, bro, it's just – I feel like but at the same rate, it could be good because you go, okay, Florida go in, they knock Miami off first game of the season. It's like, all right, bro, like – because Miami, they set to be one of them teams coming out the ACC.
They absolutely are. And as for Miami, we'll get on that here in a little bit, but they're actually one of the teams that have one of the fewest ranked matchups going into the season.
Yes,
so that can play a huge role in them just kind of blowing through people during the season and maybe getting them a playoff spot, man. But yeah, back to Florida though. I'm really more concerned with Florida on that last stretch of the year, man. I'm talking about
I will say
Texas,
Georgia a neutral site though.
Who's that?
Georgia a neutral site. That's a neutral site game, Florida and Georgia.
Okay. Yes, it is. That's correct. Yes, it is.
So,
yes, it is.
That shit, but I mean, it's neutral site, but it's played in Jacksonville. So you should have, you feel me? Should be more home field advantage.
Exactly. Should be more of a home field advantage for Florida. Most definitely. Most definitely. Oh man, we've got a couple other teams in the SEC with some ranked matchups. We got Arkansas and South Carolina, both having 7 apiece matched rank-ups this season, and we have Mississippi State and Oklahoma with 6 matched rank-ups with 6 ranked matchups. Lost my train of thought there, but Mississippi State, younger brother. How you feeling, man? Like, how you feeling about? Just tell me how you feeling about it.
Okay, about Mississippi State particularly, or
all of those teams, any team, whichever, man.
Okay, I think Mississippi State, like again, I've spoken about this with several other of my colleagues, just people that I'm talking to every day. You know what I'm saying? Some other people. I like the fact that Levy, in the SEC media days, he made it very clear, very transparent that like we are going to. Our hope for the season is a bowl game. Like, that's the hope for the year. You know what I mean? I'm trying to come in. I'm trying to kind of lay a foundation, create a culture of like, just building up to what you want your program to be at some point. And I think he's going to have the autonomy to do that. I don't think he's in a situation where it's like, you got to win right now. I don't think that's that. Because Mississippi State has been up and down, up and down, up and down. So I think they just looking for some continuity. And so this year, again, I feel like a good season for them. Honestly, a good season for my little brother. Okay, his individual goals aside, a good season for Mississippi State. If they can win one of them games, Texas or Georgia, in back-to-back weeks, if they can win one. If they can upset one of them teams, that's a great season for them.
That is going to be a very, very, very great win if they can pull it off against either one of those teams, man.
Now, as for Oklahoma, right, their OC is Mississippi State's head coach now, and Jeff Levy. And so they're going to lose that offensive production. They losing a starting quarterback who I'm not sure where he finished in the Heisman rankings last year, but he going to be up for – he's a Heisman contender this season, and Dylan Gabriel, who's now at Oregon. And so I feel like Oklahoma is definitely going to see a dip in some of that offensive production from last year. Because you lose a very innovative offensive coordinator and you lose a playmaker at quarterback. I'm not quite sure what they had at the receiver position or what they kept versus what they lost to draft or portal or anything. But those are obviously key pieces to your offense, your OC and your quarterback. So,
man, I did not know Oklahoma was going to be playing Alabama this season on November the 23rd.
Yeah, that's late. That's the last, or not second to last game.
Second to last game, for sure. And then they finish it off with number 13, LSU. Of course, these rankings are to be, so.
The squad is kept.
Oh, yeah.
Alabama going to Norman, you know what I mean?
Hey.
I feel like they got a tougher schedule than some might.
Most definitely.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Most definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
And we have South Carolina.
I don't really. South Carolina was a team that I was kind of looking at. Like, I would say last season and maybe even a year before that, I was looking at South Carolina like how I look at Missouri now. I thought like Shane Beamer, thought he was kind of trending upwards. But I don't know. I think South Carolina is just a big question mark in the SEC. You know what I'm saying? I think in order for people to like take them serious, they got to come in and kind of mark their territory, so to speak. And I forgot, what was the other team you said? You said South Carolina and
South Carolina and Arkansas.
Arkansas. I don't expect Arkansas. They lost KJ Jefferson. You know what I mean? They starting quarterback. He's in UCF.
Yeah,
now.
That is correct.
So I don't know, bro. It's just one of them things. I don't know. I feel like that about, especially those middle tier teams to, of course, the bottom tier teams of each league. It's kind of like, man, you kind of like your expectations ain't much, but it's a crazy long football season, and so we'll have to see what happens.
Most definitely. Man, do you have any a certain upset that you think is almost bound to happen? Like you just feel deep down that you just know, like, yeah, this game here is gonna be an upset, and do you have the team that you're gonna call in that upset?
uh, uh, can we give me a team? Like, throw a team out there.
We'll say SMU. They've been
SMU
trying to make some waves. Like, I can't lie, SMU's been trying to make waves.
Okay.
So
let's. I know they got Colorado on their schedule. Where did they finish in the Big 12 last season? Like, what was their rank on? Some tell me they were at the bottom of their conference.
Let's see.
And if that's the case,
well, no, SMU, man, in 2023 they went 11-3, 6-0 at home, 5-2 on the road.
Damn, in the Big 12?
Yes, sir. Oh no, SMU's in the AAC.
Oh, they still. I thought they did. They just they haven't moved conferences yet. I thought they were in the Big 12.
Yeah, I think this maybe just happened just this season. Maybe I'm not sure, but yeah, it's AAC.
Okay.
Yeah, Tulane, UTSA, Memphis,
SMU?
South Florida. Yeah, SMU.
Right. Ain't no way. I thought SMU was in the Big 12 by now. Oh, what?
And that overall is very, very eye-opening to me, man. I did not know SMU was even balling like that.
Okay, so what was on their schedule last season? Like, who did they play?
Some games that the SMU played last season would be first game of the season they played Louisiana Tech. Got some internet problems, man. That's the only downside to where we at right now, man.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, but like I was saying, first game of the season, SMU last year they played Louisiana Tech, beat them pretty bad, 38-14. They played Oklahoma. Oklahoma got the better of them, 28-11. Cupcake game, Prairie View, 69-0 SMU. TCU, they lost to TCU. That's kind of shocking to me. But they lost to TCU 34-17.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I had to get this right. SMU in the ACC.
Okay.
Not the AAC.
Okay,
not to be confused with the conference Tulane is in.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'm tripping because I'm like, thought they was in the Big 12 because they in Texas. You know what I mean? But yeah, they SMU, I think Cal, and Stanford they're in the ACC now. They just moved to the ACC. Okay, my bad. Just had to get that right.
But yeah, man, looking at SMU's schedule for this season, man, like,
okay,
Nevada. I think that's a win.
Yeah. Talk to me. Who we like? What they schedule look like? So,
yeah,
and I might
Nevada. That's the first game. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a win.
Okay.
Anything can happen, but I think that's going to be a win. They have Houston Christian. Never heard of that school. No disrespect, but blowout. That's going to be a 2-0 start. BYU. So I feel like when it comes to games like that, it's kind of like those teams. They always kind of gives you the feeling of watching maybe a Auburn versus Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Like these caliber teams are going to play each other with all their might, and it's going to be a hard-fought game. Might be a 3-point win by a team, but some along the lines of that.
Okay.
After BYU though, or I'd say that game, man, SMU will pull that off.
Okay. BYU, that's a Big 12 team, I think. BYU,
yes.
Okay.
Yes. TCU, that they have them September 21st.
Okay.
That's the first question mark for me. I think TCU might get the better of them, but that's only one loss so far.
I got to see it. Yeah,
okay.
I got to see that.
Got to see it.
Especially the way TCU played last year.
Florida State. They got Florida State September 28th.
First conference game, right?
Yes, sir. I think Florida State is definitely going to come away with that one. Although I'm ready to see Florida State coming from. Oh man, last season for Florida State, man. Jesus.
And then the thing is, they vamped back up. Like, they ain't like kind of slipping into no slump now. They getting stronger. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you right. Yeah, go ahead. I'm on that.
Man, like, I'm just looking at the rest of their schedule. I don't. This is a perfect schedule for the Mustangs this football season, man. Like, I don't see just too many hard games. So I feel like all of the teams that when they look at their schedule and they see that, hey, don't sleep on these boys at all. But at the same time, on paper, and we know we put work in, we're supposed to beat them.
Exactly.
We're supposed to beat them. But like we said before plenty of times, man, we'll sit back and see a team that's supposed to beat another team by 50.
Okay.
Go out there and get
exactly.
get beat to sleep. So
exactly.
College football, man, that's why you got to love it. Anything can happen.
Right, that's actually kind of crazy that SMU is in the ACC. You said they went 11-3 last season.
Yes. No, it was
11-2.
11-2, correct. They only lost
That's
2 games.
nuts. That's bro. What?
Yeah. So SMU is a team to be on the lookout this season.
Dog, that's quiet. Like that's
very
quiet.
Very quiet. And I think that plays a role in just kind of the teams that they play. It's not going to be a marquee matchup. Like
so the
Saturday.
So the toughest game you think they got is like Florida State.
Yeah, Florida State. What about it? What about that game?
That's like the toughest game you think SMU got?
Most definitely. Looking at everybody else on the schedule. No Clemson.
No Miami?
No Miami. Yeah, so.
What we got? Duke?
Duke, most definitely.
Bowling Green?
Duke balling. Like, Duke is.
I'm ready to see what they do with Manny Diaz as their head coach now. Because, they lose Mike Elko. You know what I'm saying? He had Texas A&M.
They got Pittsburgh. Man,
okay.
I don't know about that. Boston College, I will say.
I said Bowling Green. I meant
BC, Boston College. That's a team that you can't sleep on. I don't know how they just be good a lot of times, but that is one team that you mess around, they'll beat you to sleep too.
Syracuse?
No Syracuse. And their last 2 games after Boston College is going to be Virginia and Cal.
Wow. So SMU really could go
definitely
10 11-1
yes, sir.
in the regular season.
Yes, sir, man. Like
even with the Florida State, bro, that'd be crazy because I ain't heard nobody give nothing to SMU.
Oh yeah.
I wonder did they? I mean, maybe we could talk. I don't know, bro. Maybe we talk about that in another episode. But I'm just thinking, like, did they lose the head coach or something? Did they any players get drafted? Like.
That's something we definitely have to say for another
bro,
episode.
I'm talking about all these analysts that I watch every day. Ain't nobody talking about SMU. Don't, bro.
Man, with it being 12 teams now, man.
Hey. Okay.
It's kind of hard to keep an undefeated team or one lost team out of that thing, man. Like, this ain't the 4-team playoff no more. So,
yeah.
I feel like we can go and start getting ready to see the SMUs. And, man, it's going to get crazy for football. Like, imagine a college football playoff game in wherever SMU is at in Texas. Like,
somewhere in Texas. I don't know. Is it Killeen? I don't know.
I think it's Dallas. I honestly think it's Dallas.
Is it Dallas?
SMU may just be in Dallas.
Damn, that is nuts, bro. Like
Dallas, Texas. Yeah. Gerald J. Ford Stadium in University Park, Texas. So
that's so crazy, bro.
I mean, you already know what Texas is like. I mean, me personally, I don't never been, but from what I hear, it's pretty big, So, man.
I said we rode through there. We done rode through
there. Yeah, we did. Yes, we did. How could I forget? We did indeed ride through Texas, man.
What else we got, bro? Like, what else we got?
We got Cincinnati. How you feeling about them this season?
Big 12. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Big 12 because that's a matchup with Colorado. I don't expect much. I don't. I still feel like they kind of in a rebuild. Especially where they were a couple seasons ago with Ritter and was the running back. He was down here. He transferred up at Ford. Ford.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Sauce.
Man, they did. Yeah.
That's a playoff team.
Yeah. I forgot all about that.
You know what I mean? Man. So I feel like they kind of like in a rebuild. They done had some head coaches. You know what I'm saying? In and out. What's his name? Was it it's Fickle at? I forgot. I think Fickle's at Wisconsin. He was at Cincy. He's at Wisconsin now, I think. But anywho, Cincy, I feel like they're kind of in a rebuild. Nothing too crazy to expect from them. You know what I mean? Bottom of the conference type team.
Glad you just said bottom of the conference. Who do you see finishing in the bottom of the conference in the SEC at the end of this season?
SEC, bottom of the conference teams. Right. And I like that you asked me these questions because we're gonna have to come back and revisit this stuff come December, November when these clips come out. And I'm sitting here telling y'all, because bro, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for August 24th to December 1st. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Because even right now, we doing all this talking. And bro, if South Carolina come out and goddamn go 12-0 in the season, hey, I shut the hell up. You get what I mean?
Yes,
like
sir.
What you saying don't mean nothing. In the same breath, if my Colorados,
Oh yeah.
if my goddamn USCs,
Oh yeah.
if my Alabamas, if my, you feel me? If they get in the jungle and we start, you feel me? So hey,
yes, sir.
Hey, but anyways, to answer your question, bottom of the SEC, I'm thinking South Carolina, Arkansas, Vandy, of course.
Oh man, I would have Vandy like the first one named, like the very bottom, but
Vandy. Hey, bro, I hate to say this. It even pains me to say this. Kentucky.
oh yeah.
I'm ready to see what bro do from Georgia. Brock Vandegrift.
Who's that?
Brock Vandegrift. He was a backup at Georgia.
Oh, okay.
He they guy. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So it says he got the keys. I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see, bro. I'm trying to stay a little political, but you know what I'm saying? I know some cats that were my teammates at Kentucky, and I'm ready to see what they do because it's about time. We going into year 3, and there ain't been a lot of production on the offensive side of the ball. So I'm going to just leave that at that, though. You know what I mean? Still trying to get cats on the show. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
Sure.
I'm going to just leave that at, I'm going to just leave that at that. So Kentucky, I think Kentucky is kind of like, you know, you got the top of the conference, you got middle of the conference, you got bottom of the conference. I think they like middle bottom. You get what I mean? So not like in that 7 spot because 16 teams now, eight. They were kind of like in that 8 or 9 slot. You know what I mean? Out of 16 teams, they're in that 8 or 9 slot. Who am I missing, bro? Who am I missing? Florida, I think they kind of towards the bottom of that too.
Auburn. We see Auburn doing this.
I ain't gonna say Auburn. I ain't gonna put Auburn in there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna put Auburn. I think Auburn finna shock a lot of people.
Can't wait to see it.
I think they. What you think? What you think? What we liking Auburn or we like?
See, I'm the type of person that all the preseason hype is cool. I gotta at least see that one game where it's not a cupcake team. I gotta see how y'all are actually gonna play. I gotta see
against comp
tendencies and you know, things like of that nature. Like, gotta see if something that really disappoints me are teams like I just said something similar to this a couple minutes ago. Teams that are they're very good. Their players are very good, but it's always that one game.
You just blow it.
They want to drop the easiest passes, man. Anything in the stadium that can go wrong
will go wrong. Yeah,
that really irks my nerves, man. Because I'm the type of guy when I pick a team and I'm like, hey, I'm talking major with it. Like, they finna blow them, beat them bad. Almost finna bet with it, man.
Yeah. And
I'm sitting at the edge of my seat, hand on my head, just mad. Like, really, bro? Like, this little out route by the running back.
He done caught every ball this season on that same route tree.
Wow.
It's 3rd and 4 though, and we on the negative side of the field. We need to sustain this drive because they done went up 2 scores. We need to sustain this drive. They're gonna drop the ball. That killed me. While on them, man, drag route on 3rd and 1, and we on the 37. We on our 37-yard line. Oh no, we on their 37. Yeah, we gonna drop this. We finna drop this slant wide open. Yeah, nah. So anyway, bro, that's facts. That is fact. What else we got? We got anything else for the evening?
Plenty of things that we can sit and talk about, but kind of just want to, keep saving them like as we go on throughout the season.
All right.
Keep delivering the good people, man, that's subscribed to us.
Yeah.
Keep delivering that good content to them. Keep pushing it out.
For sure.
It's gonna get to the right crowd for sure, man.
How you feel about this Florida State Georgia Tech kick the season off week 0, 20 what's that, the 24th, August 24th? Like, how are you feeling about that?
This football gonna be on. Florida State gonna handle business.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Ooh, yeah. This is gonna be our first time seeing DJ with Florida State. Do Florida State and Clemson play each other this year? Because if so, that's a game. That's a game. I can't lie.
Definitely would.
If they play each other, that's a game. They do. October the 5th. That's a game.
Okay.
That's a game. If Clemson hangs on to, if they're winning, because I know Florida State gonna handle business. If Clemson is also winning, that's a game. Hey, that's a coming home celebration. Or Clemson go to Florida State, that's a game. So, guys, we could do this jargon all night. Like, literally, we could do this all night. But for the sake of, time, for the sake of just the pure joy and excitement as we head into this football season, be sure to stick around, like, comment, subscribe. I beat it into your head at the beginning of this episode. If you've yet to do it, so do it right now. We got a lot of great things on the way, especially as we continue to build, expand, and grow this. We streaming, you get what I mean? Like, we're gonna be streaming. I got a little Twitch. I ain't gonna tell y'all now. You know what I'm saying? I gotta kind of build that up too, but soon I'm gonna start plugging that stuff because can't none of y'all beat me in NCAA or more. That's another topic for another day. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you think about some of the stuff that we talked about tonight in the comments below. Give us your opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be shy to throw out any topics, man. Anything you want to see us discuss, hey, throw it out there, man. We want to talk, man. We want to talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. We making this for y'all, so feel free to engage, man. We encourage that.
That's real. Thanks, man. Drop the topics below. We need that. You know what I mean? Aside from that, guys, we are out of here. See you next time.